All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out here, pushing this truth and sincerity, the water for which I do. We love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and Shalom to y'all. This is your brother Dawah Dodd from the Great Millstone Camp in Atlanta. Lord willing to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh, meaning he is, or he exists. Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the Savior, or he is the Deliverer. All right, if you're watching this now, you're a so-called black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, then you are a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Bible. You will not find black, Native American, Latino in the Bible. So you need to know who you are according to the Bible, because of certain people in the Bible was given the glory of the covenant, salvation, and the kingdom, right? So if you don't look like a so-called black, Native American, or Latino, but you feel like this is the truth and it resonates with your spirit, oh shit, and it resonates with your spirit, there's a good possibility that you could be a Hebrew Israelite as well. Hey, that was the other one? Where was that? Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Right. Flock it. Now, if you don't look like a so-called black, Native American, or Latino, but if you feel like this is the truth and it resonates with your spirit, there's a possibility you could be a Hebrew Israelite as well. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter what you look like, the color of your skin. It only matters that your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, Jacob had his name later changed to Israel. Israel in the Hebrew was Yasharallah, meaning he's the prince of the power. So we're actually in the camp of GMS are going through certain books right now, so I figured we already did Kings and First and Second Kings. I might as well do Numbers with you. So let's go in. Let's jump into it. Numbers chapter 1. Subtitle reads: The Census of Israel's Warriors. All right. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, and in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, and the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every man by their polls." Now notice how it says by the house of their fathers, and this is why we say, which we know the seed comes from the man, your lineage comes from the man. The Lord deals with men, right? When you read I think it's Ezekiel 34 and 33. I'm probably misquoting the number chapter, but the flock of the Lord are men, right? Let me see if I can get that real quick. Let me see. Come on. Ezekiel 34. It's either 34 and 33 or 33 and 34, but oh, there you go. 31. Ezekiel 34, chapter 34, verse 1. It says, "And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord." So, yeah. Because the Lord don't deal with women like that. But, you have, women that, were prophetesses, because they told dreams to their men and certain things. You had judges that were women, but that's because the Lord, was so angry with the men of Israel that he did that on purpose, just to, teach us a lesson. But not because they're so great or so mighty and whatnot and so smart. Let's see here. So let's go back to Numbers chapter 1. The Lord deals with men. So it says, from 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. You see? There you go, right? It says, "And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you, of the tribe of Reuben, Elizur, the son of Shadur, of Simeon, Shalumiel, the son of Zerishadad, Jedi, of Judah, Nishan, the son of Aminadab, of Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zoar, of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon, of the children of Joseph, of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Amihud, Salakia, or Amihud, of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Padazur, of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideoni, of Dan, Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Okran, of Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Deuel, of Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enan. Salaki, these names are like, some of them are tricky. It says, these were the renowned of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees, right? Their lineage, right? Let's see what the interlinear blue letter has to say about that word pedigree. Yalad. See, that says to bear, bring forth, beget, gender, travail. So everything that involves with having birth is the pedigree. Bring forth, to bear, childbirth, to beget, to be born. You see? Midwife. We have a bunch of other different terms as well here, but it's about birth. That comes from the man. That's the lineage, man. Right? Yalad. In the Hebrew, Yalad. So just remember that, man. Anytime anybody try to say that the lineage goes through the mother, how does that make any sense? How does that make sense? When you bury, if you plant an apple seed, you know, and you plant it in China, it's still an apple. If you plant it in America, it's still an apple, because the seed is of itself. When you read Genesis, it said seed bearing fruit from itself, or yielding seed of itself, or you know, something of that regard. All right, so it's fun. So you are what your father is. All right. Now, yes, there is, like, you know, they say, all right, well, I'm half and half. There's no such thing as half and half. But if you want to speak to these people, you can say I'm half Puerto Rican, half black. You can, if you speak to these people in the world. But when you talk to bros, you be like, no, I'm from the tribe of Judah, or I'm from the tribe of Ephraim. That's what you say, because you're 100% what your father is, right? When you speak to people in the world, you can say you half and half. Because once you start telling them, oh, nah, you know, my mom, if you say your mother's black but your father's Puerto Rican, they're gonna be like, oh, you're black. That's how people in the world are. Jake in the world especially, they believe that a black woman's genes are dominant. Now, here's the thing: you're gonna have features of your mother. You'll have certain features of your mother's grandmother from like her great grandmother. You look just like my great grandmother. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that you get in their lineage. It's just that you have those I believe they, you know, talk about chromosomes and stuff, but you have those different features from your mother that are allowed to show up, you know, in your features. And that's why people say, oh, see, you are what your mother are. You half and half. There's no such thing as half and half. You just got the features. All right, you just got certain you know, you might got the hair texture, you might got the freckles or the dimple, you know, or you might look part Chinese or something like that, whatever it may be, but you are 100% what your father is. You just make up your genetic makeup of how you look is derived from your parents, all your parents and all of her parents and all your grandparents, and all those different features that come out in those people, they can possibly come out in you. That's all that is. All right, so it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. As the Lord commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son by their generations after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their posts, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. You know, and this was from the Lord, by the way, because you're not supposed to number the children of Israel. This is from the Lord. The Lord wanted him to do this, all right? So it says, of the children of Simeon, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the numbers of the names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even in the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300. Of the children of Gad, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, were 45,650. Of the children of Judah, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by the house of their fathers, it said from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Judah, were 314,600. Of the children of Issachar, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go to forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even in the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400. Of the children of Zebulun, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even in the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Of the children of Joseph, namely of the children of Ephraim, right, because he fathered the northern kingdom, it says by their generations, after their families, by the house of all their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even in the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Of the children of Benjamin, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the children tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. Of the children of Dan, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even in the tribe of Dan, were 32,700. Of the children of Asher, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. Of the children of Naphtali, throughout their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even in the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,400. Were 53,400. Salaki. These are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men, each one was the house of his fathers. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel. Even all they that were numbered, even 600,000 and 3,550. Levites exempted. But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For the Lord has spoken unto Moses, saying, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle. Because they're holy. They were holy, the holiest tribe at that point. Because why? Because they're supposed to be the priests, right? So they were supposed to be separate. All right. Their name literally means joined unto me. The Most High is saying they're joined to me. They're joined to me. It says, and when the tabernacle setteth forthward, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. And the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard, throughout their hosts. But the Levites shall pitch round about in the tabernacle of testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of the testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did they. All right, so we talked about lineage coming forth through your father. All right, and that was the proof from Numbers chapter 1. All right, he said the pedigrees. All right, they numbered the children after the house of by the names of their house of their fathers. You see? All right, so there you go, man. All right, and we learned about the Levites a little bit. The Lord willing, you was edified. Want to end it off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Shai, Bashim, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, the great millstone, our rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom, Akim, shalom. Until next time.